The 2022 NFL draft class has been an interesting one so far. It produced some of the best players at their positions, like Kyle Hamilton, Aiden Hutchinson, and Sauce Gardner. But what you might notice is those are all defensive players. On the offensive side of the ball, there are some good players, but they're a little more few and far between, especially with the depth here. Not to mention, really the only good quarterback from this class was the last pick of the draft, in Brock Purdy. But today, we are going to see what the future could look like for these players when we throw them all onto one big team. And I want to see if we can get a Super Bowl win with this team. I'm confident we can make this the best roster in the league, but will the EA gods allow us to get a Super Bowl win? Who knows? But the reason we are doing this is because on the team of rookies rebuild that I did, we easily hit the like goal of 1,500. That was probably a little too low. So let's see if we can get to 2,500 likes on this video. And if we can, I mean, y'all can see the theme here. I mean, this year's draft class. Now, this is last year's draft class. If we can get 2,500 likes, I'll do another one of these. That's all I'm saying. And if there's anything I could ever ask you to do, it's just that, because it really helps push these to more people. But also be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It'll make you an OG of the channel for whenever we hit 10 million subscribers, I'm sure. We've been growing very quickly within the last month, so I appreciate y'all for that. Trying to hit 50K by the end of February. So if you like Madden rebuilds, you're definitely in the right place. But last thing, just let me know any fun rebuild ideas y'all have down below for a shout out. Let me see if there's one for this. All right, well, shout out to Shane. I'm gonna assume this is what this means. Their link is in the description, and if you want to shout out, just let me know any fun rebuild ideas y'all have down below. But enough yapping, let's get into more yapping. And I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about the team. Y'all have seen it. We have a good receiving core. That's the one thing I'll give this offense. Good receiving core and good running back group. I don't love our D-line either. Oh yeah, and I guess I'll say this. You might be wondering what we're gonna do with our draft picks. If there are any players that break out for other teams that were from the 2022 class, I'll just trade for them. We're gonna try to keep this as pure as I possibly can. We're all for purity on this channel, clearly. But I am really curious to see how this team does in simulation, so let's get to the midseason point of year one, and we will see what happens. Okay, well, we are 4-3. Not as good as I thought we would be, but not bad. Of course, our offense is doing, like, considerably better than our defense. Big shocker there. But, I mean, there probably isn't going to be much for us to do at the midseason. I guess we'll see maybe what the problem is on defense. Okay, well, eight sacks halfway through the season isn't great, and 2 total interceptions. Yeah, that'll do it. That's about right. But hey, at least we have a winning record. We're 4-3, so no re-signings, no focus scouting. Let's get to the end of the year, and we'll see how we finish. We could completely choke. We could finish amazing. We'll see. Yeah, that's about right. We finished 9-8. But hey, honestly, it was kind of realistic. We had a good pass D, but our run D definitely wasn't great, and that definitely checks out with, like, not the best D line in the world. And Marquise Bell was pretty much our #1 linebacker at 205 pounds, so that kind of makes sense. But Brock Purdy was pretty good. 3,300 yards, 30 touchdowns, 11 picks. Kenneth Walker, 1,300 yards, almost 1,400, 4.7 per carry, 7 touchdowns. Nobody got even close to 1,000 yards receiving. Olave had almost 900. The blocking was pretty good. Marquise Bell led the team with 132 tackles. Tackles for loss, 19 from Hutchinson, 13 for Wyatt, 12 for Bell, and 11 for Davis. And sacks, 10.5 from Devontae Wyatt led the team. How many sacks did he have this year in real life? You know, hey, 5.5, and it looks like he played about half as much as he did here, so rare Madden W? I don't know. Hutchinson with only 7, Mafe with only 5, though. Not great outside of Wyatt. And interceptions, 3 for Bland, 2 for Bell, and then 1 for a few players. So interesting numbers. I don't know where to go from here. MVP goes to Joe Burrow, though. Trevor Lawrence got picked up by the Steelers, so I guess we traded quarterbacks. At least our backup now. Offensive player of the year also goes to Joe Burrow. Defensive player of the year goes to Von Miller. Maybe if it was 2014? Aiden Hutchinson at #9, though. Surprisingly, no Devontae Wyatt, and we're obviously not going to have anyone for the rookie awards, so no awards. But let's get into the offseason offseason, and we'll see if there's anyone we can trade for to upgrade this team. But in the Super Bowl, at least it's 2 playoff teams. I mean, I don't know, 2 regular season merchants in the Super Bowl. But shocker, the Cowboys win a Super Bowl in Madden. Who would have guessed? I don't think we're gonna have anyone to re-sign though, thankfully. No, yeah, literally nobody. So let's get into the offseason and let's see if there are any trades we can work out, because I want to do something here at least. And here's the strat, I think. If there's a player that's good enough to be a backup for us, I'm not gonna take him. The reason is I want him to keep developing as a starter for whatever team they're on. And then once they're good enough, I'll take them. All right, well, very realistic trade here. The only player I'm gonna trade for is Ike Ekwonu, because I think he'll start for us at right guard, which I kind of almost feel like he should be a guard anyways, at least for now, until he develops a little more. But yeah, he does start for us at right guard. So I guess we'll kick Munford back out to right tackle. Now we kind of have too many linemen, but we'll figure something out. But that's all, and let's get into year 2. This is gonna be a short video. Yippee, 49ers Chiefs Super Bowl. Yay, aren't we excited, guys? I mean, I guess the 49ers haven't won yet, but it hasn't even started, but I'm just expecting the worst. I'm not a Chiefs hater or anything, not nearly as much as other people are, but I'm slowly becoming one. It always pisses me off a little bit to see a team just get absolutely cheated. Like, I don't particularly care for the Ravens, and they probably got outplayed, but honestly, the Ravens looked better in the second half of the AFC Championship. It just felt like every single play, it's like, oh, that was an interesting throw from Lamar, that was a little off, and then it's like they show the replay and it's like, oh, because the Chiefs defender was blatantly holding or tackled the receiver, and they didn't throw a flag. Like the one, both times to Isaiah Likely, I don't know if it was like, I don't know what kind of route it was supposed to be because he got tackled before he could break on it, but there was one where it looked like a throwaway, but it was probably supposed to go to Likely, so it was probably some kind of out route, but he got tackled. And then the one into triple coverage from Lamar was borderline DPI because they also tackled Isaiah Likely. Like, I just feel like games like that aren't fun to watch, man. I'm not saying the Ravens should have won or anything, but they definitely weren't given any help at all. That was tough to watch. Anyways, now that I made all my 15 Chiefs fan viewers now that I made all my 15 Chiefs fans viewers mad, I'm sorry. Why can I not process in my brain how to say that? You know what I'm trying to say. Let's get back to the rebuild. Strokes happen to everyone, apparently. Here's how the team is looking heading into year 2. Honestly, no different. It's just developing. The only different player from last year is Ike Ekwonu at right guard. We'll see how he does. The defense is pretty much the same. Marquise Bell got superstar dev though, and Aiden Hutchinson got X Factor, which should be pretty nice. I don't think we got a single dev up on offense though, but we are developing at least. Now up to an 88 overall. So let's get to the midseason point and we will see how we're doing. But at the midseason point, we are 5-1. That makes me wonder who the team we lost to is. Oh, this is gonna be, it's gonna be like the Titans or something, watch. Or the Texans. No, it's the Bills. We got destroyed. So we've either destroyed teams or we've been destroyed. There hasn't been a game for us within 9 points. This win against the Lions was our closest game. That's interesting. We're a boring ass team this year, honestly. But hey, I won't complain other than the Bills loss. Our pass offense is terrible this year, yet somehow we're still scoring points. We have a good defense. What a weird season. I always wonder why year 2s are so weird. Usually they're bad and your team massively underperforms. And a lot of people tell me that it's the strength of schedule, which I would counter with, does Madden even have strength of schedule? Like, it seems like teams' records are just random anyways. Like, entirely. I don't know. And even then, like, are we just going up against a gauntlet? Like, I can have a 90 overall team and we'll be 3-4 at the midseason. I mean, obviously that didn't happen here, but still, it happens sometimes. Anyways, we have some re-signings to worry about, and these re-signings include just a few 5th-year options, you know, nothing major. Literally, like, our entire team needs a 5th-year option, which I guess makes sense. A lot of first-round picks on this team, but clearly I can't pick all these up or we will be about $400 million in the hole, just like me for real. Some of these are really cheap, though, like Aiden Hutchinson, only 7.69 mil, nice. None of these are, like, egregious. Jameson Williams for 20 mil, that isn't... Some of these just don't make sense for me to pick up, so I'm obviously not going to, but some of them I will. But Marquise Bell is our first actual re-signing. We'll offer him 6 years, 78 mil, and he He takes it. I'm surprised these players aren't more interested. Like, we're 5-1. I don't really care about Perry and Winfrey and John Ridgway, but Reed Blankenship I want back if he wants to. 5 years, 51. Okay, he does. Again, I don't know why he's not interested, but whatever. And then the rest of these are 5th-year options. So, yeah, we'll see what we can do at the end of the year. That might be tough. But speaking of that, let's get to the end of the year and we'll see how we finish. All right, well, here we are at the end of year number 2. And before I reveal how we did in year 2, y'all know why we're here if you've seen one of these videos before. But be sure to drop a like on the video. Again, 2,500 likes and I will do the, I'll just say it. Y'all should probably be able to guess it by now. The 2021 class. I'll do a team of the best players. I haven't even thought about who would be on that team. Was that the Jamar Chase year? Ooh, that team would be kind of ridiculous. Would that be Justin Jefferson too, or was he 2020? He might have been 2020. I don't know. Either way. Again, 2,500 likes and I'll do that. Subscribe for more. And I almost forgot, but question of the day. I forgot what it was going to be. Hold on. Oh yeah, so this one might start some arguments in the comments. No, here, this will be a two-parter. Who do you think is the most underrated player in the league and the most overrated player in the league? Answer that in the comments below. I gotta be biased and say my boy Geno Smith, you know what I'm saying? My glorious king. But no, if I'm being unbiased, I'll say, I'll go very unbiased. Let's go with a division rival. Here's an interesting poll. Matthew Stafford, he's been kind of hooping this year and nobody's been talking about him that much. He was kind of crazy this last year. So yeah, that's my pick for underrated. Overrated, for fear and preservation of my life, I'm not going to be answering that one. I'm going to be pleading the fifth on that one. But y'all should let me know your most overrated player in the league down below. And underrated, of course. But anyways, enough yapping, into more yapping. In year number 2, we finished 13-4 and we made the playoffs. Oh, and look who we're going against. Who would have guessed? It's the Kansas City Chiefs. How fitting. It looks like we still finished with a really bad offensive pass game, and honestly, our defense for yards allowed at least ended up being not great. Just kind of mid. 13th in the league for yards allowed, 18th for yards on offense. Honestly, that's not amazing, especially having an 89 overall team, but at least we're scoring. Brock Purdy was decent though, 3,300 yards, 26 touchdowns, only 6 picks. Good year. Kenneth Walker, 1,350 yards, 5.2 per carry, 14 touchdowns. He's been really good. Still no, I guess we just don't pass much. How many rushing attempts did we honestly did? Well, what's our offense? These are weird numbers. That's a big split. I don't know. Ooh, Zach Tom wasn't great. The rest of the line was decent. Linderbaum wasn't great, but Tyler Smith was good. Ike Ekwonu was good. Raymond was fine, or Ryman, whatever. Marquise Bell led the team with 128 tackles for loss, 20 for Hutchinson, 10 for Pascal. Honestly, not that many other than Hutchinson with 20. And then sacks, 10.5 for Aiden Hutchinson, 9 for Boye Mafe this year. Interesting. He didn't even play that much, did he? Oh, well, yeah. 822 snaps. He just didn't get many tackles, especially compared to Hutchinson. Interesting. That's weird. Devontae Wyatt, 6.5 sacks, 5 for Jordan Davis, and interceptions. Damn. 7 for Marquise Bell and 7 for Derek Stingley. 4 for Bland, 2 for Hamilton and Blankenship. So this year, quite the opposite of last year, we got the turnovers on defense for sure. I think we finished with a good amount of picks last year. I can't remember. But MVP goes to Dak Prescott. Big shocker. Also, I don't know why I'm using the Jags again. I was like, what team had the #1 pick in 2022? It was the Jags. I used them for the rookie team too. Did I? I used them for the bust team. I don't know. Offensive player of the year goes to, of course, division rival Jonathan Taylor. Defensive player of the year goes to Marquise Bell. Is he going to go up to X Factor? I mean, he should. Hutchinson at 3, and then obviously we won't have anyone for the rookies, but defensive rookie of the year, that's pretty huge. Defensive player of the year, whatever. I probably say the wrong thing all the time and just don't catch it. Who cares? Y'all know what I mean. But we have some upgrades. Anything important? Not really. But we have a playoff blizzard. That sucks for us. I mean, we saw what happened to another Florida team when they had to go to KC in the Miami Dolphins. Didn't go well, so we'll see how this one goes. I love how Bernard Ryman just glides around there without moving his legs. That's cool. And we have a first of many scenario, our first playoff game of the rebuild. Probably our last, or at least last of the year. We'll go play it cool. Y'all know me. I'm so optimistic. But anyways, let's simulate this game out and we will see what happens. Who knows? We might win. No. 23-17 against a team that is 5 overall worse than us. That's cool. Let's get into the offseason. Oh, this game hates me today. The Chiefs destroy the Seahawks 24-6 in the Super Bowl. This game just always likes to fuck with me. I don't. It's kind of weird. But Marquise Bell does go up to Superstar X Factor, it looks like. If it wants to spend the upgrade, there we go. That's pretty huge. I wonder if we could do something weird. Let me look at our defensive roster real quick. I need an upgrade, or not an upgrade, a refresher. I don't know why I went to roster. Okay, we have Leo Chenal as a third linebacker. Oh, Reed Blanken. Okay, never mind. I was gonna maybe move Marquise Bell to safety, but Reed Blankenship got Superstar Dev. There wouldn't really be a point to that. I do want to see what his overall would be, though. Oh, he goes down? That's weird. Okay. Well, never mind then. That's really weird. Is his man cover? No, his man coverage is an 83. Obviously has good zone. That's interesting. How do they calculate safety overall? Huh. Well, let's get into the re-signing period, and this could be our Super Bowl run year. Let's see who we want to tag. Did I say tag? I don't know what I said. Let's see which ones we want to pick up. We'll pick up Aiden Hutchinson, 1 year, 19 mil. That's not bad at all. Honestly, Sauce for 21 mil. That's not bad. Oh yeah, I guess it won't. Ooh. I guess it won't affect our cap this year yet, obviously. These are all pretty good deals. I mean, ooh. Should I just pick up all of them? I mean, if I pick up all of them, we're going to have a lot of negative cap, but we won't have to worry about re-signing anyone. So is this a terrible idea? Probably. Oh, this is going to be a catastrophic mistake. Let's do it. I mean, I hope ideally we won't get to a point where we have to re-sign anyone. No, we probably will though. Okay, I don't know what to do. We'll pick up the ones that make sense, and we won't pick up the ones that don't make sense to pick up, especially backups. Okay, we're good. We're done. I almost forgot that our team isn't all just first-round picks. We actually have some starters that weren't first-round picks, so we will have to re-sign them soon. But let's see if there's anyone we can trade for. This white baby, bro. Call me Antonio Brown, because I wanna call him some words I cannot say on YouTube.com, I don't think. Is Brock Purdy the luckiest individual of all time? For context, I'm watching the NFC Championship game right now. Why is he not low? Ooh, he looks disgusting in this game. What the fuck? I mean, it happened a while ago as of the time of recording this, but that tipped ball that bounced off of, I don't know, Cameron Sutton's face, I don't know who it was, and got caught by Ayuk for pretty much a touchdown, that was disgusting work by the script writers. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I can't even hate at this point. He'll look completely terrible for a game, something lucky will happen, and then it'll shift the momentum. Like, I don't know if he starts every game. Does he have an anxiety disorder or something? Like, he looks so shaky, and not shaky, but like shaky as in bad at the beginning of games, and then something lucky will happen, and then he'll be like, oh, I know what I'm doing now. It's so weird. I'm mad. I got the Super Bowl I wanted the least, which is Chiefs 49ers. I didn't want that. The Chiefs got bailed by the refs, and the 49ers got lucky. I hate to see it. God, this comment section is going to be a war zone. I'm going to turn them off or something. I'm going to get called every slur in the book. I'm manifesting the fuck out of a Brock Purdy goal line, Russell Wilson style game-ending interception. There's nothing more I want in life. I called the Lions choking on Twitter, which follow my Twitter. I've been going through it for the past hour. The Lions were up like 21-7, and I was like, yeah, that ain't lasting, and it didn't. Or they were even up like 24-7. I don't know. Either way, here's a look at the team heading into year number 3. I didn't make any trades. Actually, wait, I need to go to the next season. Hold on. Okay, now, here we are heading into year 3. The team's coming along pretty nicely. I'm gonna try, this could be a massive mistake, but I'm gonna try Thayer Munford at right tackle, because Zach Tom was so terrible last year. Honestly, I was surprised Zach Tom was decent to begin with, because usually these are the kind of seasons he has in franchise, in simulation at least. But here's the defense, pretty much the same. I mean, just developing. We're becoming a very nice team though, almost a 90 overall heading into the season. A decent amount of superstars on defense now, a couple X factors. Our defense is really good. Still no dev ups at all on offense though, so I'm really surprised Kenneth Walker hasn't gotten one. He's had back-to-back 1,300 yard seasons, but I don't know what the cutoff is for superstar dev. After this season, we might change some things up with this offense though. We'll see, especially if things things don't go as well as they should, which they probably won't. But let's get to the midseason point and we will see how we're doing. Okay, well, at the midseason point, we're 4-3. Again, I should have predicted what we were gonna be, but yeah, we're 4-3. What's the playbook that gets like 1 million receiving yards? Like 3, is it the Cowboys that has 3 different receivers that get like 1,000 yards or something? Yeah, it might be. All right, let's do that. We'll see how that goes. But this is the year where we have to re-sign everybody, and we have 63 mil to work with. Is this the last year of the rebuild? Maybe. I don't even know if you could call this a rebuild. I haven't added anyone to the team. All right, well, Deron Bland, I don't know if we want to prioritize Deron Bland. We have other things to worry about. 4 years, 50 mil for Kenneth Walker. He takes it. 6 years, 299 mil for Brock Purdy. He doesn't take it. Cool. And that's all we can do for now. All right, well, hopefully we finish good this year because, yeah, that's tough. God, where does a 91 overall rank in the league? If we don't make the playoffs, that would be pretty funny. I would definitely be laughing. That's for sure. Oh my God. The Vikings have an 85, and that's the closest. We are the best roster in the league by 6 overall, and we are only 4-3 with one of the worst offenses in the league. That's not great. I mean, I guess it's number 14 in terms of yards, but it's number 21 in terms of points per game, 26 for pass yards per game. That's not great. So, if we don't make the playoffs, that will certainly be interesting. Let's get to the end of the year. Now, we'll go one more year. It's going to be a Frankenstein-ass team. It's not going to be very good, but I don't want to do a 3-year rebuild. But, like, who am I going to be able to add? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's get to the end of the year. I didn't even think about that. So the rookie team worked well because the last year, the rebuild was pretty much like the year that every contract expired. So I didn't really have to worry about them. This game is broken. We finish 8-9 with a 91 overall team. And this is apparently one of the good playbooks. The amount of comments I have been getting lately, like, oh, you need to learn how to use playbooks. Dumbass, I'm using the fucking playbook. The amount of like backhanded compliments I get in the comments is insane. It's more than I've ever seen. It's like, oh, I really like you, but you do this and this and this and this. My fault for making a shitty game. I don't know. We finished with the 24th scoring offense with a 91 overall offense and the 21st scoring defense with what was a 92 overall defense at one point this year. I love this game. It's great. Pain. I mean, it's especially tough when the whole point of this video is, you know, how will this team do in simulation? That's great. Kenneth Walker was really good. We finally had a 1,000-yard receiver, Garrett Wilson. Thayer Munford was kind of ass, but better than Zach Tom was at least. Okay, I see the problem. Well, at least the problem on defense. Devin Lloyd led the team with 118 tackles, 117 for Marquise Bell. A lot of tackles for loss. And our leading sack getter was Devontae Wyatt with 6. When we have Aiden Hutchinson with 5 sacks at a 98 playing up to a 99 overall. That's cool. 4.5 sacks for Josh Paschal, 3.5 for Jordan Davis, whatever. Interceptions, we had 7 total, 4 for Sauce Gardner, and that's it, pretty much. Jalen Hurts wins MVP, whatever. We'll get into a final year. There are some weird teams. Jacoby Brissett is the starter for the 49ers. Jared Goff is the starter for the Vikings. Interesting. Oh, Nick Chubb on the Rams. There's some fuckery going on here. This is a cursed rebuild. Like, not cursed as in weird, like there is a curse set on this franchise mode. Like, I don't know. I guess I all kind of feel like that, huh? What am I even doing? I'm checking NFC. Whatever. We're not gonna get any awards or be up there for any. All right. Final season, let's do it. Is the Cowboys offense not good? The amount of times people have told me, hey, use the Cowboys. I'm like, I've used it before. It was terrible once. It was good once. I guess I'll try it again. It was terrible. But the Rams beat the Bengals 31-28 in the Super Bowl, so we have a rematch there, and the Rams win again. All right, let's see if we can re-sign anyone. Yeah, what if we can't re-sign, like, anyone? What are we gonna do? Deron Bland got X Factor when we probably can't bring him back. Honestly, Brock Purdy hasn't been that crazy, but we literally don't have a quarterback other than him because Kenny Pickett also needs a contract. So that's tough, I guess. Do we give Kenny Pickett a chance? Do we just re-sign him? I don't know. But Tyler Smith, 4 years, 98 mil. He takes it, surprisingly. Drake London is our wide receiver 3, so I'm going to prioritize other players first. Devin Lloyd, 4 years, 51 mil. He re-signs. Bernard Ryman, 5 years, 112 mil. He takes it. He's been very good. I'm sure he won't won't be now that we paid him, but we'll see. We need a tight end. Do we have a tight end at all anymore? Who was our third tight end? It is Chigo Okonkwo. 4 years, 48 mil for Jake Ferguson? No. Okay. How much is a tag? Oh, no. Trey McBride, 6 years, 71 mil. He takes it. All right, and let me restructure some deals because we are out of money. Are we really about to go with Kenny Pickett as our starter next year, though? I mean, look, I'm kind of in the camp that thinks Kenny Pickett's a little underrated. He's not bad. His stats aren't very good, which is why I feel like people think he sucks, but if you actually watch him, there are definitely moments where he isn't great, but for the most part, he isn't terrible. I'm not saying he's great, but I don't think he's like the worst starter in the league, like some people think. Anyways, 4 years, 66 mil for Kenny Pickett. Let's try it, and he takes it. That's not too bad for a starting QB in, what, 2026 are we at here? I don't know. And then I think we get one more player. Who are we going with? Our D-line's really thin. I'm going to go with Devontae Wyatt. We will go 4 years, 50 mil, and he takes it, and I think that's all we can do, unless I can restructure these a little bit. Okay, I think we can get Boye Mafe back, maybe? Maybe not. I don't have the, I mean, it says I have the salary cap. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, well, let's see if we can trade for anyone, or if we are cooked. Why do we have 102 mil in cap? Is that how the fifth-year options work in this game? I didn't clear the cap penalty or anything, but I guess I could. How do you clear them in an online franchise? Oh, that's how. It's only 60,000. I mean, I don't know why that cleared up, but I'll take it. So now we can actually sign some players. No, what? Remaining cap net. What is happening? It says we have 8 mil again. I don't understand this game. What is happening? This game is legitimately fucking with me today. Like, I've already had to read stupid comments literally all day, especially from the Chargers rebuild I did. I didn't need this right now. What should we go for? We probably need a defensive tackle, a middle linebacker, a guard, and a receiver. We honestly don't need too much, though. We mostly lost a lot of backups. I guess we'll go for Zion Johnson, and I think that's all we can do, honestly. But I think at the start of next season, we should be able to free up more money and then trade for some other players. So I think it won't be as bad as it is right now. Even right now, it's not that bad. We just don't have any depth. So crisis half averted, I don't know. We also don't have a kicker or punter literally at all, but I'm not going to worry about that. Let's see if Zion Johnson wants to sign. No. Oh, he does. Okay, I hate the lag in online leagues, but we at least get Zion Johnson back, so we'll take it. Do we have a right tackle? Apparently not. Oh, it was playing Tyler Smith. I mean, Tyler Smith could play tackle, or Aquanu. I've seen Tyler Smith do really well at tackle, so I'm going to trust him more. We'll see. Oh, okay. The way the roster was laid out, I didn't look close enough at who was actually at certain positions. We don't need a middle linebacker. We need an edge. Okay. Oh, I saw the P. I thought that was an R. I thought it was Ronnie Hickman at like a 60 overall. I was like, did I use the wrong rosters? But let's get to the start of next season, and we will see what we can do to this team. It should be better than it looks right now, I hope. All right, we're going to trade for Jamison Williams, and I think that's all we're going to do. I think that's all we can do. I thought we would be able to free up more contracts. Not really, though. Okay, we have a chance this year. I thought we would be, like, absolutely cooked, but we were honestly pretty much the same team we were last year, just with no depth, which is fine, I hope. And when I say no depth, I mean we have a backup safety, one of them, a backup D lineman, a backup corner, a backup receiver, a quarterback, and a running back because we have to have one, and that's it. I mean, I guess a backup tight end too, but Jeremy Ruckert's probably going to get decent playing time, so I don't know. We have no depth. This is a weird rebuild. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. Well, to be fair, this is a very good roster. We're still a 90 overall. It's just, you know, Madden simulation moment. God, this shit sucks. All right, let's get to the end of the year. We're probably going to finish 7-10. Well, in the range of like 7-10 to 10-7, I think. We'll see. I'm in pain. All right, well, here we are at the end of the season. And shockingly, if you've seen one of my not shocking that you've seen one of my videos before, but shockingly, we're here. If you've seen one of my videos before, again, y'all know why we're here. I don't want to plug again because that's kind of lame. I just want to build suspense. No, what? I will plug. Fuck y'all. Be sure to like the video. Smile. I don't even remember the like goal I set. Like 2,500, and I'll do the 2021 class. Which the more I do this, the more unsure I am if I actually want to do that. I will consider it if we hit 2,500 likes or when we hit hit 2,500 likes. I don't know. You know what? I don't care about the record we had. 91 overall team. Where does that rank in the league? There are more 85 overalls. There's an 86 in the Raiders and the Lions. Is there an 87? No, the 49ers and Eagles have an 86. The Chiefs have an 86. So we are the best team in the league by five overall still. So we should go like pretty close to undefeated, right? With a roster that is that much better than anyone else. Not quite. We did make the playoffs somehow, but we only went 10-7. This year, our defense, especially our pass D, was very bad. Second worst in the league. And our defense as a whole definitely wasn't great. Our offense was good. Not 91 overall good, but good. Let's check out our season stats. Kenny Pickett was really nice, low-key. 4,000 yards, 32 touchdowns, 10 picks. I see him up there for MVP a lot. Normally, he ends up on a different team than the Steelers, but he does get up there. Kenneth Walker, almost 1,500 yards, 5.6 per carry, 16 touchdowns. We had two 1,000-yard receivers, Garrett Wilson and Jameson Williams. Olave almost hit 1,000 yards too. It's weird to see so few players for blocking, but it wasn't great, honestly. The right side was pretty good. The left side, I don't know. Marquise Bell led the team with 138 tackles, 134 for Devin Lloyd. Tackles for loss, 16 for Wyatt. I'm not going to read all those, but there were a lot. Sacks, 11 for Aiden Hutchinson, 7 for Devontae Wyatt, and that's about it. Ooh. And interceptions, 3 for Devin Lloyd and Sauce Gardner, and then 1 for 5 players. I'm surprised our pass D was bad. I mean, we had a lot of picks at least. I know that definitely doesn't tell how many yards you allowed, but I guess we're getting off the field sometimes. But MVP goes to Patrick Mahomes. Kenny Pickett at number 9. We'll take that. He was better than Brock Purdy did, which I was hoping for. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Patrick Mahomes. Kenneth Walker at number 5. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Myles Garrett. Hutchinson at 3. Lloyd at 4. And that's it. So this has definitely been a rebuild. That's for sure. Do I want to change the defensive playbook? Nah, I mean, normally when you change the playbook mid-season, even if it is a good playbook, it gets worse for some reason. I don't know why. It's stupid. Whatever. We have a breakout linebacker, which is, I guess, a good time to hit a breakout. I don't know if we're going to hit that. 250 total yards, or hold them to less than 250 total yards. I don't know if we're going to hit. I also don't think we're going to win this game. It's the Raiders. Now, to be fair, this was a bad year for them. Normally, they're like top 3 for points per game on offense and defense, but their defense was kind of terrible this year, even worse than ours. Now, it makes more sense that their defense was bad because they're only an 85, which is still pretty good, but they're not a 93 on defense like us. So, yeah, I don't know. That's tough. Let's simulate this game. We'll see what happens. That is unfortunate. That's tough. Skill issue. I should have built a better team. I guess I didn't really build this, but still, I kept it together at the very least. I need to do a like super easy rebuild next. Honestly, this one should have been super easy with the team we had. I know people don't like when I complain, but what the fuck, dude? Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know. If you don't like complaining, then don't watch. That's the easiest solution. Game bad. I'm gonna go cry now. This is the most like legitimately mad I've ever been at this game because I know what the comments are gonna be. Nah, I mean, this was certainly a rebuild of all time. This was the most I feel like I've ever gotten Maddened before. Oh, well, I guess it's ironic. It's called Madden. I don't know. I mean, amazing team on paper. Literally the best team in the league by a mile. That's tough. But thank you all so much for watching. I'll see y'all again in the next video. Goodbye.